This is a sharing of how to access the wisdom of your heart, where magic, wisdom, and knowledge lives. For in our heart and our soul, when we listen to there, it tells us our own truth. And it's best to follow our truth rather than the beliefs and patterns and fears that our mind or our life experience can kick up.
You say magic, wisdom, and knowledge lives in the wisdom of the heart. What is an example of that magic?
When we face ourselves and our uncertainties or challenge the beliefs or patterns that we've had, and we move into our truth, then life itself starts to have coincidences. Things fall into order, or we have these neat surprises, almost like we get all the green lights, or the person we're thinking about calls us in that instant. And that's the magic.
How do you know it's the wisdom of the heart as opposed to the mind?
Very good question. Let me give some examples. First is that the mind likes to give a lot of information and a lot of drama. It will say, but I almost went down the rabbit hole, even though you actually didn't. So the mind gets caught up in that. The heart, your soul, will say, you're amazing. You did it. You changed. There's a pride. There's a resilience. There's a love that's there. What we have to do is clean up the dirt that has covered our heart or our soul. So we go through life, and sometimes there's traumas, sometimes there's difficulties, there's life experiences. We all have them. And sometimes those block our way. So we have to go through, and it's as though we're washing dirty windows.
How do you trust that you have wisdom and knowledge?
Well, I'm going to take that question and turn it around to everyone else. Can you yourself think of a time when you had a fear, an overwhelming time that felt like a crash in your life, or like a lightning bolt came down and threw everything all into havoc? In thinking about that time, you got through it somehow. You're on the other side of it. Even though you might be having one of those right now as you're listening to this. You going through and experiencing that, and you had to find a way to get through. Even if you had help from others, you still had to do it yourself. That experience gave you wisdom. That's what you want to trust, is you're the one who actually did it. You actually have the answers that work best for you. Others can give you ideas. You can read books, get information. But you're the one who's going to know what lives best for you, and then you have to take action on that. Well, how do we get to that experience and turn all of this into opportunities? How do we get past our fear? We have to remember all the times where we've had things that were difficult that we did walk through. When we remember that, it gives us strength and resilience to face what we're facing in this moment. It's almost like giving yourself a pep talk that I did this once. I can do this again. You embraced the fear. And it was you who'd made it happen, that you got through it. If that's not trusting in yourself, I'm not sure what it is. You can do this. You have the wisdom in your heart. Every single one of us do. I invite you to be able to remember the experiences you've had that have allowed you to gain wisdom and knowledge. And I'm going to invite you to a short little meditation where you can embrace yourself to find that place of your heart.